check it out. Right? Set. New moon. Well, half moon, but full moon. Amazing. I wonder if that's what's happening somehow.
"9 a.m. action footage at the Astro Buffet, March 13th. Got a couple chipmunks just munching. A few birdies up there. The dove family was here. I'm just honing in on Cosmos.
You want me to join the army? I ain't gonna do it, officer. No way, I ain't gonna do it. Turn left to left pocket. I'm searching for a chrome automatic. I'm searching if you're up in the ratchet. He said, what is your number? I ain't answer. What is your number, boy? I still don't answer. What is your number, boy? I really don't answer. In crank up in chopper. Me mama, then me started to answer. Guess what I said? 64,
coming over.
46 BMW, oh yeah. 64, 46 BMW, Lord. He said, give it to me one time. Give it to me two times.
Amazing, beautiful weather. 21 Celsius, unbelievably warm. Just right angle chemtrail. Got a chemtrail there, and a chemtrail, and there's the moon. See, remember I was looking up there. I was wrong. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2.5. Let's check it. 1, 2. It's about just under 3, which is 18 times 3. Oh, goodness me. 1836, 54 arc degrees apart, I think. How's the math? But if the moon's up there, if it shows up on camera, I've got a wide angle, it will set. Now I'm imagining the sun in that moon position. And if, of course, it was there, I don't think it would ever be that high, which means I believe the moon is north of the Tropic of Cancer tonight. I'd have to check it, what time and date says, but you would never see the sun that high at that angle in the west. It's too high. So that's why my basis for my observation is that if, in fact, the moon is on the same tracks as the sun, it has more tracks, and this one oscillates wider than the Tropic of Cancer tonight. It's about 12% moon. Okay, so just the moon right now on the 13th it rose at 68 degrees and it's setting at 303 west-northwest. So yeah, it will set basically on the Tropic of Cancer, but it rose south of the Tropic of Cancer, because I know the Tropic of Cancer, the sunrise is at 56 degrees east-northeast, And the moon rose today on the 13th at 68 degrees, yet it's set at 303 west-northwest. And I know the sun sets at 305 degrees west-northwest on June 21st from my position. So it started off, just to recap, south of the Tropic of Cancer, yet north of the equator, and set right up near the Tropic of Cancer. So interestingly enough, also on the 17th, look at this, the moon rises at 49 degrees northeast and sets at 311. Goodness me, that is going to be a super small appearing high in the sky moon. Like, wow, a half moon on the 17th, so get ready for that. Be amazing. And this moon actually stays north of the equator the whole time. Never goes below, I don't think. I'll check that on the next video. Yeah, it does. Rises on the 28th at 120, but that is a waning. Yeah, okay, it wanes to the south. All right, I'll just keep track of it. But the first portion of the waxing phase, it all stays north of the equator. Look for the 17th for an amazing super small moon. That massive flock of geese is coming this way. I don't think they know I'm here under the tree. They're migrating as the sun sets, as they always do, migrating at sunset. Sometimes they kind of circle around and just go the other way for fun. No, like they are now. I think they're making sure all the troops are coming for the journey, wherever they're going. Hopefully to the Astro Buffet. But yeah, you can definitely see that the sun has moved in 2 days. I remember observing it right there. I think it was March 11th. Today's the 13th. Anyway, hey look, that's Jupiter right beside the moon. 2 fingers away. Amazing, very close Jupiter and the moon. It's got the moon and Jupiter up there. Just filming it with my Nikon P1000. March 13th, 2024. Okay, that's the moon, obviously. It's the quarter waxing worm, I believe. It's the worm moon and Jupiter, look at that, in the same frame. Here on March 13th, 2024. The time is 7:53 p.m. Eastern Time. I am west of Toronto by an hour. I'm at 43.5 degrees north latitude. And I'm going to zoom in on Jupiter first. And then I'll go over to the moon to study the not craters and hopefully see the shadows in the craters, not craters. And first, start with Jupiter. How about that? I think I see one to the upper right at 1 o'clock to Jupiter, but I'm not going to look at that one just yet. I'm going to try to get Jupiter in center frame, max zoom. It's not in focus. Okay. Can we adjust the focus dial? Oh, that is in focus. Oh, hold on. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the moon. And I am particularly interested in the shadows of the knot craters. I'm going to max zoom and get it in center frame. That one was kind of difficult. Couldn't really hone in on one specific one, and I'm trying to find one that might be a good one to look at. So give me a second here. Okay. Keep in mind, the moon is being lit in a fashion which would be indicative of, have a look at that shadow now in the top section. Looks like on the right side and right lower side, there's some craters there which are completely shaded. I'm going to go in for one more zoom at the max, try to see anything that we can learn about. Just re-understanding light itself, exploring new concepts about what the moon might be, since we know what it isn't, such as looking into the idea, the really interesting idea of the moon being a concave bowl receiving light. And my theory, it's also not only receiving light, but it's kind of incandescently radiating its own light. But that is strictly theory, of course, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being a theoretical realm rebel. Because out-of-box thinking is going to get us closer to the truth once we apply real data from the heliocentric model, which is true, data is accurate, and then we reevaluate and try to work backwards to understand light and how this sun and moon and stars are behaving and affecting us, and how we are affecting them. It's a two-way relationship with the cosmos. Anyway, I'll try one more zoom in on a crater and see if I can find a good one. One more big zoom. Just going to hold the camera still and just observe. So, if it is a bowl, concave bowl, in order for this moon to be lit like that, the source of light needs to be coming from the upper left. Okay? We know the sun is to the lower right. And how is it working with inversion then? Is it some kind of optical, I don't want to say trick, but is it all in optics? Could it be something to do with our eyes not wanting to see concavity when in actuality it very well could be? See right there, there's some sort of evidence of almost sphericity on the right side, but then a very talented artist could paint it the opposite way, and I'm going to refer to the Einstein mask looking concave, but it's convex. It's like an optical trick. And I think that's kind of what's going on here with the moon. We're trying to, first of all, establish if the shadows are a result of sunlight, which I believe they are. Of course they are. What else is causing the shadows? So then what is causing it to be lit in that type of fashion with no hot spot? Try to shine a light on a ball and you will get a hot spot. Try to shine a light on a non-ball and you won't get that. So it's not a ball, not a sphere, might not be convex, might be something else. Could it be a concave bowl receiving light and resonating and radiating? It's an interesting theory. We have to keep open-minded when exploring new theories and apply data with observation to try and essentially work backwards to try and get a better understanding. So Okay, I'm going to zoom in on the lower left. Trying to find one crater. Not easy. But anyway, I will continue my study of the moon craters. All I know is there's not a dune buggy up there, or a golf course, or a working telephone system. That's all NASA propaganda. Just looking at shadows. Okay, my memory chip is almost finished, so that's the moon and Jupiter tonight, March 13th. It's about 10 past 8.